Hi everybody, Craig Shacklett here with URComped, and I have a very, very special guest today. It is the Director of Casino Marketing, Jon Wamba. He's Director of Casino Marketing with MSC Cruises, the fastest growing cruise company in the world. Jon, thank you so much for being here.
Well, thanks for having Craig. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for the invite.
Well, why don't we start off with just kind of a high-level question about MSC for people that aren't familiar with it. What do guests experience on board an MSC ship?
Well, our MSC ships, although we have a lot of variety in our ship classes, and the experience is definitely similar across all of our ships. It's a very elegant appearance. We have a lot of high-end textures and surfaces and materials that went into the decor of the ships, both inside and outside. And that, of course, is prominent in our casinos as well. Our staff's described as very friendly. Our ships are described as very clean and very polished, but not hoity-toity. So we still have a lot of fun and create a great atmosphere for guests to enjoy themselves on board all of our ships.
You've touched on a lot of the great features in MSC. I mean, if you were to describe to somebody, like, how does MSC differ from other cruise lines? How would you describe that?
Well, we are developing our own niche in the United States. We are a European-based company. Owners are out of Italy, and so there's a lot of Italian influence, and that goes into the design elements of the ship, and also the service and the personality of the staff. So we have an international flair in the American market, which the mix is great. It's, like I mentioned, very comfortable, very luxury type feeling on board the ships, and all mixed with a professional and fun staff.
Well, you mentioned luxury experience, and I don't know if any experience matches the luxury of the Yacht Club experience. Why don't you tell us about that? What is the Yacht Club experience?
Well, the Yacht Club is a great VVIP experience on board our ships that are appointed with Yacht Club. It is a ship within a ship, and it is designed to provide that private yacht experience for our guests that have cabins in the Yacht Club. Yacht Club includes butler service. We have a concierge staff that's 24 hours to take care of all your needs, including excursions, billing questions, setup of special requests and that sort of thing. There's a dining room for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, a wonderful lounge that spans the width of the ship, very spacious, live entertainment in the lounge, usually in the evenings. A pool deck is designed just for the Yacht Club guests, and none of this is accessible to anybody that does not have a cabin inside of the Yacht Club. Our staff will also take care of express service on and off the ships at all ports, and it really is a wonderful experience. It also includes premium drink package and Wi-Fi for the guests.
All right, so that was a great overview of just kind of the allure of the MSC brand at a high level sailing experience. But why don't we get into the benefits for casino comp players, URComped guests? Do MSC offers include free play or other upfront comps?
Oh, that's a great question, Craig. Yes, we do have a lot of offers that do contain free play. Guests can earn free play through their play on board the ship. We do have a matrix for future cruise credits through the casino that at different stages and hurdles, they can earn a full cabin comp of various types. And then as they continue to play, before they earn the next cabin category, they can earn levels of free play in between there. $50 on top of an inside cabin, $50, then $100 on top of an ocean view cabin, and then they earn their balcony cabin, and then they start the hurdles to the free play again, all the way up to and through Yacht Club.
That's great. And I think it's a great design so people don't feel like, oh, I earned my ocean view, but there's no way I'm getting to that balcony level. So they can, as they play, there's steps, they can earn extra free play, and then when they get to that next cabin category, it's without the free play until they reach the next step, because that free play amount is going to be less than the upgrade cost. So you're definitely getting a benefit by moving to that elevated stateroom category. But I think we've talked about before that if somebody, for whatever reason, they're like, I love Ocean View, I want the Ocean View plus the free play, I don't want the balcony, you will allow people to book at a category below what they earn, correct?
We can, yes. If a guest has earned one of our certificates on board, it is transferable to other levels of that offer. We have 3 different areas of the cruise certificate, and this is through the play they're earning on board. On a short cruise, 5 nights or less, the threshold to earn a comp cabin is lower, and then also the tiers for the free play are lower as well. Once they earn a cabin comp for a longer cruise, up to 8 nights, let's say, that can be traded in for a lower level cabin with free play. But it does have to be done through our office or through their casino rep partner like URComped.
Okay, now another question, because MSC's, our business has grown together tremendously, and you've got some great offers, and some offers are different. Players have asked about why do some MSC offers just require a deposit, $400 deposit, and then others ask for the taxes and port fees. So maybe you can talk to that.
Yeah, so the normal offer, what guests are usually used to, is going to be a $400 deposit for a full comp cabin. The reason we request the deposit is because we pay the port fees, taxes, and the cruise fare. And the deposit is our way to ensure that the guest is, committed to coming and sailing with us. We do return that deposit back to the customer in the form of onboard credit once the cruise begins. So the customer is truly getting a fully comped experience coming on MSC. On occasion, we will receive special offers from our revenue department, and they give us cabins that we on the casino side do not have to pay for. Under those circumstances, the taxes still have to be paid, and we need to charge that back to the customer because we have no way of paying them ourselves under those particular parameters. These are not always very common offers. They will come on select sailings during a certain time period. They usually come on very short notice. We do have that out there, but that's the reason why some of our offers charge taxes, but most all of our offers will require the $400 deposit.
Now let's talk about a subject that we always get asked about. Everybody that's new to MSC, they want to know, are there free drinks in the casino? Why don't you talk about that?
Yeah, as an invited VIP guest, which is defined as a customer that comes through one of our casino reps like URComped, or has responded to one of our casino offers direct from MSC. Guests are entitled to comp drinks in the casino while they're gaming. So that is true. We do provide that for them.
Beautiful. And they would get a sticker on their card, and that's what indicates to the bartenders that they can drink for free in the casino?
Yeah, it's either coded on their CPass card, or they will require a sticker on some ships to identify them as a casino VIP customer for the comp drinks. They will want to check in with our casino host or casino staff upon casino opening on day 1 of the cruise, just to find out which way it operates on that particular ship that they're on.
Great. Now, other benefits that MSC offers to invited guests are related to drawing money out to play with, right? So maybe you could talk about what are there any fees associated with pulling out money to play with, and then what are the daily limits for players to pull money off their card?
Yeah, well, we need money to gamble with, right? So we make it easy for our guests to come and do that. When guests get on board, if they haven't already registered their credit card that they're going to use to charge items to their cabin, on either through our app, they will want to register their credit card on board. This can be done conveniently at self-serving kiosks, of which we usually have one in the casino. They just quickly register their credit card. Takes about a minute and a few steps. Then in the casino for gambling, they can charge gambling funds to that credit card on their folio. The ways of doing that are to download credits directly from a slot machine as they're playing it. They can actually go in and say, I need some money. I'm just going to download a couple $100 and charge it to my folio. At the tables, they just pass their pass card to the dealer and let them know that they want to get X amount of dollars in chips, or they can make a transaction at the cage. Now, these are just for these transactions that go against the credit card that they posted upon check-in or through the app before boarding. There are no fees on those charges, and the limit is $50,000 per day. So with those two things, we find that most of our customers choose to use this method for their gaming funds. We do have cash advance kiosks on board near at the casino cashier cage. However, there will be fees on cash advances according to the customer's bank. So we recommend using the folio charges.
Now, if somebody, for whatever reason, doesn't want to use a credit card, what are other options for establishing a bankroll that they can gamble with?
Well, our machines all take cash. Tables take cash as well. Some customers choose to do a wire transfer to us, so that's fairly easy. They just transfer the funds from their bank over to our bank, and they can get our wire instructions upon request, either through URComped or directly through our casino department. This is tends to be more common if guests are traveling overseas. They don't want to carry a lot of cash with them, or a variety of other reasons. Some people are just more comfortable with wire transfer than they are with the credit card. So.
Now, I know firsthand that the casino hosts on board the MSC ships are super friendly, attentive. I've just had a great experience with them all around. What can players expect from a casino host on board an MSC ship?
Well, your casino host is there for all your gaming needs, and we do encourage our customers to make contact with our hosts, preferably on the first or at least second day of their cruise. Ask questions if you have them. Make comments. We're very interested in collecting your feedback as well about your experience. Our casino host is there to educate you on our certificate program, how to earn certificates, at what point thresholds, various games that we have on the floor. Also, our table games. Some people come in and they may actually want to ask for a higher betting limit that maybe isn't posted at the table. That is available in certain circumstances. So we encourage people to ask for that. If they want to bet higher than the table minimum or maximum that they're seeing posted on the tables, that can be arranged, but they need to tell us or ask us about it. They're there to help create the fun and atmosphere. Our hosts handle things like our lottery drawings, our raffles, hot seats. They'll organize and host our tournaments. They tend to have good microphone voices usually, and everyone, although all different, they all have unique and very, very fun personalities. So
I love it. All right, and why don't we move to MSC's casino program and its benefits. So tell me about the MSC Casino Loyalty Program. How does it work?
Well, our loyalty program for the casino specifically is not launched yet. We do have a loyalty program for the ship. This is for anybody that comes in sales. It is called Voyager Club. There are multiple tiers to the Voyager Club. One thing about this program is that the tiers have been matched with all of the other cruise lines in order for us to offer a status match for guests who have not sailed with us before. So if you have a certain level of status with another cruise line, or possibly even a hotel loyalty program, we have a corresponding tier that we would provide you, as long as you give us the verification of your tier status with the cruise line or hotel program. Our casino program is all founded, we've laid the foundation for it already. Customers can see their points. They know how they accumulate them through time. We encourage people to study or familiarize themselves with our certificate program, how you earn the points, how you earn the free play, and also to opt in for our marketing programs as well. That way you can look forward to monthly offers, additional, we talked about the taxes only sailings. You want to be on that list to make sure that you're alerted for that opportunity if it comes your way. And all of that is done with our partner URComped to reach out to the URComped guests.
All right, Jon, so you talked about how you've got various certificate levels players can earn cycling from or starts at 30% off, inside cabin, different levels of free play, all the way up to a yacht club. Now, in addition to the points earning different levels of certificates, is there anything that players can use those points for during their cruise?
Yeah, so I do want to be clear that as guests start earning points in our casinos during their cruise, those points go towards their cruise offer. So once they earn an inside cabin, they have the inside cabin. But their points are also available to use for them to use or download as free play as well. So once they hit 500 points, they can download the equivalent dollar amount in free play for that. It doesn't detract from their earnings that go towards their comp cruise cabin or their comp cruise cabin plus free play.
Do points carry over from cruise to cruise, or should players make sure to use up all those points before they get off board?
The points do not carry over from cruise to cruise. They're going to want to make sure that they use all of those points and get all of their benefits prior to the end of the cruise.
Okay, so we have a lot of guests come on MSC with their partner, spouse, friends, two-person cabin. I personally have been on MSC with my kids, and I know you've got a great kids club, so you accommodate more than two in a cabin. But let's talk about solo travelers. What does a comp look like for a individual booking on MSC? Do they pay additional taxes or doing double deposit? Maybe you can walk through what it looks like for a solo traveler on MSC.
Yeah, that traveler that's coming alone and staying in a cabin by him or herself. On the casino offers that require the deposit, it's still the same $400 deposit. But it would be the same $400 deposit whether there's one or four people in the cabin as well. And the deposit, of course, is returned in onboard credit once the cruise begins. So that is the major difference. We do have some sailings that as capacity, as the ships start to fill up, that single cabins may not be available any longer. You don't need to worry about this with our casino program. Since our casino is paying for the cruise, your cruise offer is based on double occupancy already. So we can handle the single traveler on a casino comp even when our single occupancy is restricted, meaning that we don't have any more single occupancy cabins. So another added benefit.
Yeah, that's great. And I mentioned at the top of the interview that MSC is the fastest growing cruise ship in the world. So obviously there's a lot of new stuff going on. Maybe you could talk a little bit about it. What's new for MSC, specifically the casino? Because I was just on the seashore and I was blown away by some of the new things that are there. So maybe you could talk about them.
Yeah. Well, we've gone through a very rapid expansion for our ships that are sailing in the United States, expanding the casinos. So on Seashore and also on Seascape, which is the same class of ship, we've expanded the casinos on those ships. We've added dice tables, so we now offer that game. Our casino expansion on this class of ship includes we added games to our sports bar. And then we have what used to be a private pool room off the sports bar that we've also repurposed with wonderful slot machines in there as well. Now that's on that class of ship. Meraviglia, which is a different class of ship sailing out of New York. We've expanded into an area that's on the same deck as the casino, but outside towards the atrium area, which used to be a champagne bar. Is now we have wonderful slot machines there. It's a great experience because you have the atrium, which is about 3 or 4 stories on one side of you, where you can hear entertainment and music throughout the day. And then you also have a wonderful view outside as the ship is moving around, or even if you're in port. So it's a different atmosphere and ambiance to your gaming. It's wonderful. So with these expansions, we've had a lot of, we still offer smoking in our casinos. But we have designated smoking areas, or on seashore and seascape, designated smoking rooms. So those guests who are non-smokers will have ample area in non-smoking only parts of our expanded casinos. Our machines are also very new, state-of-the-art. And on our ship Magnifica, which is doing short cruises for Miami right now, we've updated all of the slot machine offerings and video poker on that ship as well. Magnifica does not offer dice. We do have added dice, as I said, to Seashore and Seascape, and also Divina, which is sailing from Miami as well, and Meraviglia, which sails from New York. So those are some of the casino items that have happened here, and this is just over the past couple of months. I believe that we started the expansion sometime in October, and by mid-November, they were all done. I'm talking about hundreds of machines, coordinating all kinds of logistics to get these on board and, prepare the space for the technology and the power and all of this stuff. So it really was an amazing feat. And, we're happy to have it complete and done and ready for our customers to come and sail with us.
Well, the casino, again, it looks spectacular on the seashore. And now let's talk about new ships, new itineraries. So outside of the casino, you've got new ships coming, and then, let's talk about new ships, new itineraries, and then even upgrades to MSC's amazing private island.
Okay, so we have more to come at MSC. There's a lot of things under construction right now, including our new cruise terminal at Port Miami. This will be the largest cruise terminal that's, I believe, in North America. That will be opening soon. In addition, we have a brand new ship from our world class, World America, which will be coming our way in 2025. Those itineraries are already on sale. And that's a completely different class of ship than any of the other ones that we've mentioned already. We have a new home port that's coming our way also in 2025. So we'll be starting our cruises from Galveston in 2025 as well. So in addition to more ships and the newest ship in the fleet, World America, we'll also be opening Galveston all within a few months of each other. And although we're going to not experience that this year, we're going to be very busy with it next year. And we want all of you to come and see and experience everything that we're building and doing, just to create an enjoyable opportunity for y'all.
I like the y'all right there. That's perfect for a Galveston
Perfect
cruise.
for Galveston.
Now, this is, so the new world class, can you put it in perspective compared to, because I've been on Meraviglia, I've been on Seashore, been on Divina. Size-wise, how does the world class compare to those?
Yeah, world class is definitely much larger. In addition to handling more passengers, it has it has some of the indoor-outdoor space with a split aft. So we'll have cabins with interior views on the back of the ship with such a nice open air aft on the ship. It has additional square footage all over the ship. Casino, of course, also larger. We have a lot more venues, a lot more dining and food and beverage outlets, and a variety of other entertainment outlets and venues on board. World America will be the sister ship to World Europa, which started sailing, is now in the Mediterranean, came out last year. It's a beautiful ship. It has wonderful venues. I believe that some of the venues that they haven't told us about yet will be different than what we have on World America. World Europa, and be catered to more of an American market. We'll have to wait and see for the unveiling. But it's a much larger ship, but still has a wonderful flow to it, and not crowded at all. So.
MSC's Ocean Key Marine Reserve is beautiful. I just got back from there, got a sunburn. I'm actually not wearing a shirt right now. No, I'm just kidding. It was great. I didn't want to leave the beach. It was so nice. So maybe you could tell us a little bit about Ocean Key and what some of the upgrades are that MSC is going to do this spring.
Our private island in the Bahamas. So although we will not be calling to Ocean Key for a few weeks here this spring, it is going under some enhancements. Some of them are infrastructure enhancements, but also additional food and beverage outlets and excursion center and additional staff housing there because we have to increase the staff. And then also our marine biology center, the Marine Institute there will get some additions to it. So unfortunately, we do have to stop bringing our ships there for a few weeks. And once again, that's this spring, but it will reopen very quickly. So we have that coming our way too.
MSC's been a leader in the environmental space, pushing technological advances to get to carbon neutral on a lot of your sailings. So maybe you could talk about MSC World specifically and some of the other things MSC is doing to really push forward that environmentally conscious agenda.
I do want to mention, we talked about World America coming our way. World Europa has achieved a lot of firsts in the industry. It is a very efficient ship. It is an LNG powered ship, which is very clean running energy. And it's exemplary of our dedication to reducing our carbon footprint down to as low as possible. We were also successful here recently with another new ship, Arabia, which had the first, I want to say this right, carbon zero sailing. And once again, I want to say this right, that it was a very carbon neutral sailing all the way up and down the supply chain. So not only was the items that were brought on board created or produced or delivered without any carbon footprint, so was the sailing and the energy used. That's an amazing feat because I myself didn't even realize that that was possible in this day and age. And it's a major commitment for our company, and it's reality in the ships that we're building and what's happening now. Ocean Key as well, under one of the enhancements, will have additional solar farm added to the island. And it's as we continue to move towards that carbon zero footprint for everything that we do.
All right, the food on MSC is fantastic. I enjoyed a couple of the specialty restaurants on my recent cruise. Specifically, I enjoyed the Butcher's Cut, which was fantastic steakhouse, and the teppanyaki was amazing. Great show, great food. Why don't you tell us a little bit about give us some highlights of the MSC dining experience.
So we do have a wide variety, depending on which ship you're on, of specialty dining options for our guests. Our signature steakhouse, the Butcher's Cut, is fantastic. It's dry aged beef, the best you can find. Wonderful appetizers, great experience, wonderful wine list. One of my favorites is the teppanyaki, Kato teppanyaki. It's a wonderful experience to go with a group of small group of people, or even a large group of people. You sit about 8 people around the teppanyaki grill as you get a nice show, but your food is being prepared right in front of you, and you're entertained at the same time. One of my favorites. Ocean Key is a seafood restaurant, also wonderful. Hola Tacos is more of a tacos and tapas, fresh guacamole made right there, served with wonderful margarita, of course, because you're not going to skip that, are you? And sushi. And once again, it depends on which ship you're sailing on, how many different restaurants you're going to have available to you. In addition to that, on Seascape, we have wonderful chocolatiers. You'll not want to miss that. And then also in Meraviglia, another chocolate shop there. So folks with chocolate lovers and sweet tooth, make sure that you're exploring all parts of the ship. You don't want to miss out on that.
Lovely. Well, Jon, this has been super informative. It's been fun. I'm excited, even more excited about MSC than I was before this interview. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for the time, and I look forward to doing this again soon.